Hello, and today we're gonna start doing the real coding for our car application in Java. And so right now I'm using IntelliJ IDEA, and the download link will be in the description. And you can't do this on Chromebooks, but you can do this on Macs and Windows and Linux. So you can use any preferred Java editor, but I'm using this editor. So we're gonna create a new project, and so screen is loading, and so now we get our new project screen, and we're gonna make sure our project SDK is the JDK, whatever the newest version is. This should be the newest version. No additional libraries and frameworks are not needed. So maybe like a little bit older, but I think I'm using 1.8, so probably that or higher should be good. And so I'm gonna go next, and we're gonna ask template. We don't want any template. We're gonna create it from scratch, and I'm gonna name it my car. You can name it whatever you want. And so now when I click finish, it will load up our application. So we're gonna go into the My Car folder, and now we're gonna go into SRC. SRC is where we're gonna keep all our Java classes. So we're gonna go to File, and we're gonna make a new Java class. So make sure we're on that SRC folder. That's what we need. And so main. And main is a very special class because it lets you it's automatically gets run if you put a special command in there. We usually name it main just because that's what you're supposed to name it. So now we're gonna start working on this class later. So for now we are just gonna do new Java class, and this is gonna be a car class, which is where we're gonna work out everything for our car. Nice. Okay. So in our last tutorial was that here's data frame, but this is for that's for the graphics. So in this class we're not gonna be working on the graphics. So I'm just going to make our class, and so we're gonna make our variable. So our variable is gonna be in x position, and that's gonna store our basically our position for our car wherever it is. The car is, we can say that on whatever position, and we're gonna have an int color because we don't want anybody doing any bad colors. We're just gonna put like int 1, 2, and 3 like for different colors. That's what's gonna be an actual program, but we can do strings for now, which will just be like a string color. So now I'm gonna make my function. So how to make functions in Java is kind of similar to a class. So first you say public because you want this function to be used anywhere in this class, and then we are gonna write what our output is for that function, but our function is gonna do no output. So for no output we have to say void, and then we're gonna say our function name. So the first function is gonna be move. So we're gonna call this move, which is gonna move a certain distance. Then we're gonna put parentheses for any parameters. If there are no parameters, you have to leave this empty. So basically, you'll just do that, and then now when the move function, we'll just say x position. Or sorry, I wrote it wrong. So x position equals x position plus 5, and so we are going to initialize this variable later, but for now, and then we're just going to do system out and println. So that just print, and ln is if you want to put it next one on a new line, the next print. So for now we're just going to say I'm moving or whatever you want for now. And so that's what we're going to do for our move function. So now our next function is going to be, so we're going to say public, void, change color, And now in our parentheses, I'm just going to leave them empty for now. And so in our parentheses, we're going to put a parameter. So we want to know what color it is, right? So the parameter is going to be a string, and we're just going to say the color, since you might not want it to be the same as this, so that but if it was the same, you would reference the string on the top, this one, as this dot color, and the other one as color. But I want to use the color because it's much easier for me. Whatever you like is easier for you. So now I'm going to say color. So this color equals the color, so the color changes, and we're going to say system dot out dot print ln, and I can put a line for the other one too, and I am, and so you can add strings together, which is really cool. So you can just say I am plus color, so it'll add this I am space plus whatever our color string is. And also over here, you could just add your number if you want to add at, and then if you wanted to, you could just add your X position, because you would have to like put that, you would have to print that separately, and so like I will do that at the end of the video or later. So now I'll do public void restart for a restart function, so yeah, you can always go back to the beginning, do void again, and we're gonna do restart, and so we're gonna put no parameters, and basically we're just gonna say system dot out dot print restarting. And so if you wanted to add the number here, so you would say print and moving at. Since you can't add numbers and strings together, you would have to system.println. So it's kind of smart, since the print doesn't put the next one on a new line. So now we can print ln so that the next thing is on the next line. And it can say whatever you want. In this case, we'll say our X position. And over here, we're just going to put println. So now we're going to go back to our main.java, and we're going to write our main function. So this is the main function. So we're going to indent. So I'm going to say public, which just tells it to function. So we're going to say public. And static just means it's a special function. It's just static. And void, since this is the function that it just doesn't return anything, main. And so string, so it should do this, and args. This means string is an array, and you could use that for input, but for now we don't need to go into detail about that. So now we're gonna make a new object. We're gonna call it, so we're first gonna name the class. So it's gonna be car, right? Like, we're not making a string or anything, we're making a car. We're gonna say what is named, so car. And now we're gonna say equals new, we're gonna get a new object, a car. And so we're gonna make a new car. But wait, what's it gonna do when it makes a new car? So now we need to make our constructor. Our constructor is a function that runs immediately when we make the object. So I'm going to say public, public, and then we're going to say the name of our function, car. So this is the constructor. What will happen as soon as this runs? We are going to initialize our variables. So basically, that's what you usually do. So we're going to say x position equals pen, which is, and then we're going to set our color to black. And so this is going to be our thing for now. So now let's double check our code to make sure everything is correct. So we check over here, move, okay, good, change color, restart. Oh, so we should also change the X position over here. So we'll also change the X position over here back to 10. And now let's look for errors. Oh, I see a red. It says identifier expected. So a constructor also has parameters. The parameters over here. So we need to make sure we put the parentheses, whether they're parameters or not. So now we can run our program, and right now our program should do nothing, and I'll tell you why in a second. But we're gonna have this load, so it should run. Yeah, so it's parsing Java, which just means it's doing stuff. And so now it says project process finished. Well, don't you want to do any functions with our car? So to do any functions, you can say like car.move, for example. And I forgot to put a capital. So capitals matter for these functions, so I'm gonna make sure I put my correct capital. And so now when I run, then it's gonna parse the Java, it's gonna do all the Java. It's gonna say I'm moving at 15, since now the variable is gonna go up by 5. And so you can keep doing this. So I'm just gonna copy and paste this a few times, just so you can see what it's like. And maybe I'll just add car.change color. I just want to add a few functions, as you can see. Red. And then I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna do that like 2 more times. And then I'm just gonna do car.restart, just so we can see what the result looks like. So now I'm gonna run, and so it should run as we expect. So every time it's gonna go 15, 25, 20, 25, 30. So it's incrementing by 5. Now we say I am red because, well, now it's supposed to change to red. It's gonna go to 35, 40, and then it's gonna say restarting. And just so you see, if we do car.move again, at the end it showed reset back to 15. I'm just going to add the variable. Sorry, forgot to put the parentheses. So we're just gonna run this. And so as you can see, it goes back to 15. So this is our program. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I'll put the next video on the previous video in the description. Just a reminder, IntelliJ IDEA link for download, and our Java JDK link. Those will both be in the description. And thanks for watching.